What does this week have in store for you? Let's start with Aries. Some aspect of your home life may need to be stabilized or reinforced, and this is a great time to get started. This may be your home budget, a renovation or redecoration you have been considering, or even rules that need to be drafted to make your home life more efficient. Whatever you need to do to make life easier and more organized, get started early this week and you can work on it at your leisure. This is also a great time for shoring up your confidence in yourself. If there is something in particular that you feel you need to do to build up your self-esteem, work on that. If there is some reason you are not feeling like you are at your best, figure out how you can build up your belief in yourself through education or practical experience. By Thursday, a friendly conversation could turn serious, possibly at work, where something will be revealed that appears to be a problem. Don't panic. You may only have half of the story, and the other half, when it arrives, will be very reassuring. You may receive news on the weekend that involves a change connected to family, such as a marriage or baby announcement. Taurus, an issue that may have become a conflict between you and a friend or a coworker, may not be as black and white as you have been seeing it, dear Taurus. This is a conversation that has been ongoing for a while now, and you are viewing it in terms of right or wrong or good or bad. Yet there are many more layers to it that you need to explore. There may be elements of this issue that are well suited, and others that need to be either eliminated or modified, so be flexible in your conversations about this in the week ahead. You may be considering a significant and expensive purchase this week, and there might be something about it that gives you more confidence. However, you need to evaluate whether this is about being impressive or if this is something you genuinely want and need for practical reasons. If you are out to impress, spending too much might lead to regrets down the road. You are encouraged to be sensible. A favor may be offered to you late in the week when a friend or a family member realizes that you are in need of something, perhaps a loan, to start a new endeavor. Don't let pride stand in the way of accepting someone's generosity. If it's something you need and want, then go for it. Gemini, money or your financial status could come in the way of a relationship this month, dear Gemini. There may be a dispute between you and a friend or a family member that involves either a loan or the jealousy associated with your own financial situation. If this occurs, allow your wisdom and conscience to guide you, and don't be pressured or influenced by anything other than what you know to be the best course of action for yourself. Although this should end amicably, it will bring you a deeper understanding of your relationship, which is a valuable thing. The tension of the week may continue when someone tries to pressure you into an argument, but you don't have to take the bait. Instead, use this as an opportunity to discuss something that the other person finds difficult to talk about, and try to see that this is their way of reaching out to you. Ultimately, you should find that it is actually a very positive thing and can be resolved in a way that will lift the relationship rather than damage it. By the weekend, you should be feeling far more joyful and carefree, and the chance to unwind and relax with friends will turn the tone of the previous days around for the better. Cancer, you may be on the verge of making a significant decision, dear Moonchild. You may even feel very relieved that you're ready to move forward. Even so, you're encouraged to pause and reflect for a bit longer. Don't just weigh the pros and cons, you must also try to look ahead into the future and try to gauge what it will look like if you do what you think you want to do. This is an excellent week for insight and revelation, so be open to other ideas that may come to you in the days ahead. Something you have an affinity for, such as a creative talent, for example, may be illuminated this week. You may have the chance to participate in a class or feel inspired to buy supplies or create something you're passionate about. You are encouraged to indulge in this because the yearning to do so represents a genuine need you are feeling, so it will be beneficial for you. An intense conversation that happens this week between you and someone close, possibly a romantic connection, may take a strange turn, revealing something you had no clue about. Take this in stride and give yourself a chance to think deeply about whatever is revealed. While you may be quite surprised by what you learn, you will slowly begin to see some very good reasons to be happy about it. Gemini, money or your financial status could come in the way of a relationship this month, dear Gemini. There may be a dispute between you and a friend or a family member that involves either a loan or the jealousy associated with your own financial situation. If this occurs, allow your wisdom and conscience to guide you, and don't be pressured or influenced by anything other than what you know to be the best course of action for yourself. Although this should end amicably, it will bring you a deeper understanding of your relationship, which is a valuable thing. The tension of the week may continue when someone tries to pressure you into an argument, but you don't have to take the bait. Instead, use this as an opportunity to discuss something that the other person finds difficult to talk about, and try to see that this is their way of reaching out to you. Ultimately, you should find that it is actually a very positive thing and can be resolved in a way that will lift the relationship rather than damage it. By the weekend, you should be feeling far more joyful and carefree, and the chance to unwind and relax with friends will turn the tone of the previous days around for the better. Leo, responsibilities related to your family may take up a good part of your week, Leo. You are very family-oriented, so this should be both reassuring and a source of happiness for you. Even though there may be some disputes to settle, and even though you may wind up in the middle of them, you can gain a great sense of satisfaction from leading the way back to joy and camaraderie. Throughout this week, your sense of community and your involvement in related projects may also be important. You may unwittingly wind up volunteering for something because of a connection to someone else who is involved. While this may seem like quite a chore at first, once you get more deeply involved, you may gain a real sense of pride and accomplishment. By the middle of the week, you may be the center of attention for a group of friends or co-workers. They may seek your insight and guidance on a matter that affects everyone. A chance to become involved in a venture that really taps into something you have a strong interest in may come to you before the week is over. Although this might take up a great deal of your time and energy, it will be an excellent opportunity to meet interesting new people, network, and perhaps even make some money. Virgo, love, laughter, joy, contentment, friendship, and all of the other wonderful things that make life on this earth worth living all begin with hope. You have to believe that peace and happiness are possible, even when things are not going peacefully or happily. You are a natural optimist, but you are also a skeptic sometimes, Virgo. A healthy dose of skepticism is beneficial in many situations because it encourages you to question people and situations and to protect yourself. This week, you may feel a bit skeptical about a chance to add something extraordinary to your life. You can be cautious about it, but don't let that affect your objectivity. This is likely the real thing. You are someone who possesses a very strong work ethic. You are known to put your obligations and responsibilities before entertainment, yet you may have lost the ability recently to know where to draw the line. This week, you may have a chance at some real carefree fun, which you truly need right now. Don't be curmudgeonly. Don't say bah humbug to fun. Even if you have things to do, you can find a way to work around them and still give yourself a chance to smile and enjoy yourself. Knowing what is most important to you and then setting appropriate priorities will be extremely important to your success throughout this week, Libra. You may initially have the urge to take a scattered, relaxed approach, but once you get into more serious projects, you will see that you need to be more organized and to have a plan. You can accomplish quite a lot this week if you do things in an orderly way, rather than jumping from task to task. You may be feeling insecure in a new role you took on at some point over the last few weeks. You may be seeking validation through the opinions of other people, but that will only last for as long as their praise does. You need to delve deeper and develop a genuine understanding and appreciation for how skilled you are at what you're doing. It has to come from within. One of your primary relationships might need a lot more attention toward the end of the week. Someone who is usually more independent might seem more needy than you would expect. We all experience times like this, and if you can, then do your best to reassure this person. All relationships require nurturing. Scorpio. If you have been thinking recently, and you probably have, that your life has become a bit stuck in a rut, then start challenging your routines this week. Shake it up a bit, Scorpio. If you change even the simple things, like the time you go out in the morning for coffee or the places you go to shop, for example, you'll instantly encounter different people and new experiences. This might seem like a trivial thing, but it can inspire your imagination and spur on your motivation. Give it a try. An opportunity that is offered to you or that you learn about this week could put your head and your heart at odds. You may have a powerful desire to give it a try, but you may also tell yourself that it might turn out to be foolish. Your heart will likely win out on this one, but you will also probably discover that your heart was right all along. A romantic spark might catch fire for you as you approach the end of the week. If you're attached, this could mean that your significant other may plan something sweet and romantic to share special moments together this week. If you are single, you may experience the proverbial glance across a crowded room that sets your heart aflutter. Whatever happens, make the most of it. Live in that moment. Sagittarius. The people who know you may think that the ability to organize comes to you naturally, and so it's very easy for you. While you are organized by nature, Sagittarius, it probably bothers you that others think it's a piece of cake. There is a lot of work that goes into being that way and maintaining order. Someone may come to you this week, assuming that helping them to get organized in some way will be easy for you, and so they won't feel like they're asking for much of a favor. You know better. It's okay to help out, and you might even enjoy the process, but make sure they know that it takes serious dedication and time on your part, so that you are not taken for granted or taken advantage of. It may seem like you are making decent progress this week on a goal you keep starting and stopping. During the moments when there is a lull, it might become very frustrating. The only thing missing from your efforts might be a strong strategy. If you don't have a plan, this is the time to create one. You should find that it will help you immeasurably. A feeling of being in competition could be at the root of a conflict between you and someone close to you this week. Make sure you have the foresight not to let this turn into an absolute estrangement, as it would be difficult to bounce back. If you're respectful to each other and you cheer each other on, it will work out. As you work toward figuring out a financial dilemma during the early part of the week, Capricorn, don't be shy about asking for guidance from a friend who has the experience you need. You may think that doing so will shatter that person's image of you as being adept in this area, but it won't. Take the necessary steps to resolve the issue as quickly and effectively as you possibly can. Later on in the week, you may have the strong urge to win an argument, and so you might be overly aggressive because of it. Keep in mind that the relationship you share with the other party is far more important than making a point, and try to respect the bond you share. It's certainly more valuable than being right. With an argument involving a family member that could occur late in the week or on the weekend, you are again encouraged to walk away from a fight. What is there to gain if you lose the trust and affection of someone you care deeply about? Aquarius, you could make an important business or goal connection this week that could wind up changing your life in a positive way, Aquarius. This may be someone who not only appreciates something you're very good at, but also has the power and connections to help you manifest what you're hoping for. Take this seriously and do whatever it takes to keep it going. If you find yourself at loggerheads with someone over a business or financial matter this week, you're encouraged to stand your ground. It might be tough because you will want to resolve the issue as quickly as possible, but being patient and firm will get you the very best results. You might be asked to offer constructive feedback and guidance to someone around the middle of the week. If you have some kind of issue with this person, resolve it first so that you can be as objective as possible. If you agree to critique this person while you have lingering resentment or anger, it will backfire. You may have the chance toward the end of this week to take on a role that involves some level of leadership, either professionally or within a group you wish to belong to. It might seem like you'll have to make order out of chaos, but you'll find that you are the only thing missing from the situation to make that happen. Pisces, a creative effort that you took on willingly, perhaps as a favor to someone else, could become a bit complicated this week. You may find that someone is trying to fit your gifts into a specific idea, where you thought you would have free reign. You can't lower your standards, so you will have to explain how you feel. If you go along with it blindly, you might be afraid that you won't be true to yourself. Then again, if you do wish to modify your ideas to fit into certain parameters, you could choose to see it as a creative challenge. The choice is yours, Pisces. A tempting offer might come to you this week, but it could be a bit of a gamble. Don't overlook that aspect of it. If you brush your concerns under the rug, so to speak, you might wind up in a committed situation that you'll want to quickly escape. There may be ways to mitigate the risks, but you will first have to explore all of your options and learn more about it. Don't rush into anything. Someone that you either meet or someone you get to know better may spark a deep intellectual connection with you this week. This surprise bond could turn into a really strong friendship or romance. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to not miss a forecast.